What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the items that should be coming to Fortnite in Chapter 3 Season 2. We have a lot of leaks of what we should expect in this season, and all of these tweets that I'm going to mention are mostly from Hypex, who is a known leaker in the Fortnite community. His Twitter will be linked down below, but he's a really, really good track record of being correct on the things he posts. If you guys do enjoy this video or find it helpful, informative, whatever, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and let me know which item you're most excited to see come to Fortnite. We're going to start off with the single barrel shotgun. This is a gun that has gotten a lot of hype because it was shown in the Chapter 3 Season 2 trailer, and a lot of people were excited because they thought, oh my god, the pump shotgun is going to come back. It's not going to be quite as good as the pump, and a lot of people thought it was going to be able to hit for 200, and it is not. Here are the stats on screen currently. It's going to have one bullet in the mag, so every time you shoot this weapon, you're going to have to reload it. And it does slightly less damage than the striker pump, I think, or maybe slightly more. It's relatively the same amount of damage that the striker pump does per rarity. So I really do not see this weapon being that good. It has a tighter spread than the regular pump, but so does the striker pump. So I'd imagine it has somewhat of a similar spread to the striker pump, probably similar range, maybe more. I think it definitely should have more range if it's similar damage and one bullet in the mag. And I've seen a lot of people kind of say, well, it's not like the pump has an insane fire rate anyways, and the reload speed of this shotgun is maybe somewhat akin to what the pump time is of the pump. But at least with the striker pump, in that time you can be doing things. You can shoot your shotgun and then build or reset edits or get height. You can do things with yourself. You can sprint. Whereas with this weapon, since you have to reload after every shot, you won't be able to shoot this gun, build a wall, and then be able to immediately shoot again because you interrupted your reload animation by shooting. You won't be able to like sprint away and then maybe take another shot immediately because you have to reload. Anything that would interrupt the reload animation of this gun would really throw you off. Whereas the pump animation of the striker pump or normal pump back in the day, it could be interrupted and you could do other things while doing that animation. And I think that's why this shotgun really isn't going to be that good unless they vault the striker pump when they add this, but I would be very surprised if they did that. So I really don't see the single barrel shotgun being that good at all. Maybe if there's something like with the stats that we don't know, it could be quite good, but I think this gun will be mostly underwhelming. The combat AR and the MK7 should be in the game this weekend, and there will be a voting to see which gun returns to the game afterwards. I think that's really cool that like they're going to let us try both guns because I have actually completely reworked the combat AR. When it was in the game in Chapter 2 Season 8, it had a lot of recoil, but they have reduced the recoil since then, so it's much more manageable. And then both of these weapons got damage nerfs in the most recent update, so both of them are a bit weaker. The MK7 obviously has the red dot that a lot of people love and have gotten used to from last season, but I think the combat AR could end up being a pretty good choice if the recoil is a little bit more manageable, but we'll have to see. And like I said, both of those items should be in the game this weekend, and then afterwards the vote will take place. So they're going to let us try both weapons before we vote. I think because a lot of people had a negative opinion of the combat AR when it was in the game last time, and a lot of people liked the MK7. So if they didn't let us try the combat AR before the vote, everyone would just vote for the MK7, and there really wouldn't be any point in doing the vote. So I think that's why they are letting us try the guns before they come out to game. The next thing we're going to talk about is going to be the heavy sniper. This is obviously a fan favorite weapon, and with the sniper that we currently have in the game, the Hunter bolt action sniper, it's not very good, and it doesn't one hit to the head, and neither will the heavy sniper. The heavy sniper is getting nerfed. The stats will be on screen now. So the gold one will body for 132, and it'll hit to the head for 198. The purple one will hit to the head for 192, and then I'm assuming the green one or the blue one will hit for 180 to the head. They did reduce the builds damage, but it'll still one-shot most builds. The main spot you're going to notice this difference in build damage is going to be when people have the reinforced metal walls. And the reload time was also improved, so you're going to reload it a little bit faster, but you're not going to one hit to the head. And one interesting thing about the heavy sniper as well is that it will do improved damage to vehicles. I actually really like this. It will deal 5 times its damage to vehicles, so around 600 damage. It'll be very good at countering tanks. I assume it'll probably one-shot the treads of the tanks. If you have somebody trying to get away from you in a car, the heavy sniper will be really good against that. And I feel like that'll be a somewhat good use for the sniper as just like a straight-up vehicle counter, especially when we get something like helicopters in the game, which will likely be returning during this season as well. So the heavy sniper is coming to the game, no longer going to want to hit to the head. There's another sniper returning to the game, and that is going to be the hunting rifle. It's also likely going to be coming to the game because they recently nerfed it. The damage has been nerfed from 100 to the head for the gold to an 88 or I'm sorry, the headshot was reduced from 200 to 198 as well. So it seems like not having one-hit kill weapons in the game is a very conscious decision that Epic has made in Chapter 3. You've seen that with the pump shotguns, both the striker pump, the single barrel shotgun that's going to be coming to the game, the heavy shotgun that was in the game last season. None of these had potential to hit for 200. The hunter bolt action sniper can't hit for 200. The heavy sniper won't hit for 200, and the hunting rifle also won't hit for 200. So I think not having one hit kills is very intentional. It's not an accident at this point. That's like 6+ weapons that you would probably expect to one hit to the head that just literally don't. And I think that is really intentional. They probably found that a lot of people didn't like dying in one hit, and that it did kind of create some fluky scenarios where somebody would be winning a fight and then somebody else would just get a bailout 200 pump. But that's also another reason why I do not think the normal pump will be returning, and if it does, it will likely be nerfed to the point where you don't even want to use it. Like, people's opinion of it will change. I think a lot of people want the normal pump back because they want to be able to hit for 200, and it doesn't seem like Epic is going to allow that based on like changes they've made to pretty much every weapon. I don't think the pump will return, and if it does, I think it'll be nerfed significantly. One item that likely will be returning is going to be the ballers. They're working on a new baller vehicle, and the HP is actually improved from what it was last time. It was 200 during the World Cup, but this new baller is going to be 400. We don't know if this is going to be identical to how the baller was with the swinging mechanic or if it'll be slightly different, but I think a lot of people did like the ballers. I was kind of indifferent on it. They were annoying at times, but I thought it was really easy to destroy them, so I didn't really have much of a problem with it. And with 400 HP, I still think it'll be somewhat easy to destroy them, especially if you hit one with the heavy sniper. It'll just break completely. The heavy sniper will do more damage than the baller has health. And I think the baller could be a good vehicle. I would rather have this in the game than something like the battle bus or the tanks. Doesn't really have any offensive capability, so I don't really mind it. And it should be better for traversing the map than something like the cars are. The cars are good, but they're not like that good at getting from one place to another really quickly. So I'm excited to kind of use the ballers aggressively to push people. Another piece of mobility that is likely returning is going to be the jetpacks. I think this was also in the Chapter 3 trailer, but as you'll see a clip here, they have been reworked and they have much more control, and you will find them attached to the IO blimps. So there will be set spawns for these jetpacks. There likely won't be that many on the map, but if you land on a blimp, you'll be able to get the jetpack. Personally, I don't really want this in the game. I don't like having items in the game that allow people to take height without building, but it seems like the upward thrust on it isn't as big of a deal anymore. And I think for the no build mode, this could actually be really good. If they have this in the no build mode, but not in like comp or normal pubs, I think it'll be just fine. It definitely has much more of a place in the no build mode, I think, since you can't build down from certain places. Like if you're on top of a building, on top of a blimp, on top of a mountain, it could be tough getting down, or if you're at the bottom of a mountain, it could be tough getting up. So I think the jetpack would fit really well in the zero build mode, but I don't really like it in normal pubs as much. And then the final thing we're going to talk about is going to be lightsabers, because according to this tweet here from Fortnite BR, who is another trusted leaker, somebody I've followed for a long time who has a really good track record, lightsabers have been re-added to the files, and that does somewhat make sense because there's a new Star Wars show launching May 25th, and then also May 4th is like Star Wars Day. So I think you could see lightsabers returning May 4th for a day, or later on in the season at May 25th for the launch of the new Star Wars show. I really didn't like these when they were in the game initially. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm not a fan of these at all. They're really annoying, but I don't think they would be in the game too long because the season ends, I think, the first week of June. So if they get added in the end of May and then the season ends at the first week of June, or like really early on in June, then they would be in the game for about like less than 10 days probably. So it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. Something towards the end of season for people to use. And like last season, they added a bunch of crazy stuff at the end of season as well. So it really isn't too surprising with a new Star Wars show coming out. But that is all the items that we have leaks on or information that should be coming to Fortnite. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. What item are you excited to see? Are you sad they nerfed the snipers? Let me know all that in the comments below. I think this could be a pretty good season. So far, I haven't been too happy with it. I'm not a huge fan of the zero build mode. Don't really like the tanks. Don't really like the blimps. But seems like there's a lot of content coming to this season. I just named a bunch of items. And this is a relatively short season, which I think is a good thing. A lot of the past seasons have been really long. This one's on the shorter side, so I think the momentum for this season will be really good, and we probably will end up getting an item like every week or so, which will be really nice and similar to how Fortnite used to be. If you guys found this helpful, like I said, give it a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.